ANTIFA, or Anti-Fascist Action, is a hard-left terrorist group pretending to be a political activist group. The group at its core is against fascism, a quality that many of us share. The group was set up post-World War II, and the idea is to prevent Nazis from ever regaining power. The problem here is that Antifa feels that it may use violence to achieve this goal, and that they may label anyone that they dislike or that disagrees with them as a fascist or a Nazi. No matter what group you are part of or what group someone you disagree with is part of, violence is never going to work. Antifa loves violence, and its love for violence is flawed. Many of the members of Antifa have never been part of a football riot or been beaten up or sucker punched, but yet they feel it's okay to do so to other people. They view violence against fascists as not violence at all, which is quite difficult to control when you label anyone that disagrees with you as a fascist. The use of violence to achieve your goals is very similar to terrorist groups such as Daesh or the IRA, who would bomb people, and let's be honest, Antifa's not that far off. It's only a matter of time. The demographic of Antifa tends to be young, susceptible loners. Around mid-20s to 30s, they usually still live at home and have nothing better to do. I honestly feel that being against fascism is a good quality to have, but I don't feel that violence is the way to go about it. Violence is not justified, and to say it is just because you've labelled someone as something is just wrong. You can't decide who's a fascist and who's not. You can't decide what their political stance is. And you can't hit them just because you believe that their political stance is wrong. The other problem with this is that advocating violence means you should be able to hit them back. If they attack you, there should be no problem with it. But as soon as you hit an Antifa member back, they will call for you to be arrested by the police state which they are so against. Many Antifa members are anarcho-communists, so generally they're against the police and they're against the police state. Anarchy doesn't work, nor does communism, and in order to run a communist state, you need the police to oppress people, to make sure that ideas don't get out that you don't want hearing. So the hypocrisy here is quite blatant to see, and it comes as no surprise that the majority of their demographic, as I previously stated, are quite simple-minded, privileged, white individuals. They have no regard for property because they've never owned any property, and they have no regard for violence because they've never really been beaten up. And as Sargon puts it quite nicely, they are simply LARPing as revolutionaries. In the description of this video there will be a link to the change.org petition asking to classify Antifa as a terrorist organisation. I would highly suggest that you sign this, and I would thank you for doing so.